Welcome back, everybody, to the Irish Furian. I am the Irish Furian. So, yeah, I had an accident today, as you can see. Just call me Cletus. Call me Cletus, and I'm gonna stand up for the unborn fetus. So, it's kind of weird when you've lived with something for all your life and then it leaves you. Well, I had that with the back over last year, but and the legs. But when you obviously lose something which you've had all your life and is part of your identity, which again you could say about the back and the legs. However, visually, what you present to other people, is your face. And oh, that's a little bit sore. So I'm hoping that okay, so you're gonna want to know what happened. I'm actually reading the Bible at the moment. I'm just going back over there where Joseph meets Benjamin. Actually, Benjamin sent to Egypt, preparing to meet Joseph. Joseph is Benjamin at the feast. So, anyway, what shall I talk about first? Um, the Irish Lives Matter sign that was sprayed up in Dublin somewhere, to feed on afterwards. I'm just seeing all the patterns are just revealing themselves over and over again. I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's nothing to get upset about. It's nothing to, and I don't think many people are at this stage because they're seeing through the lies and they're seeing through the divisiveness and the deception. Um, and especially when you read the Bible and when you study a moral ethic and a moral law, and you concede to a higher authority in that regard, to clear your eyes and clear your senses, to be able to perceive more clearly through the world of sin and the world of inversion, you begin to see that these things are how silly they are and how ridiculous they are. So now, I did say that the psyop that took place there recently in a certain capital of this country, um, I think was a psyop. Now, that doesn't mean somebody wasn't hurt. That doesn't mean children weren't hurt in this process. But then again, it might not have happened at all. I did see a picture of a Lewis burnt out, and that kind of freaked me a little bit. However, in second thoughts, it's not beyond realms of possibility that so many different things can come about in favor of the farmers of men, in favor of the casino, uh, by enacting that psyop and making it very convincing. I studied the Brazilian guy's interview with Newstalk, and he was very convincing, very, very convincing. And I might do a video on this, but there were 2 points during the video where I studied him, and he paused just a little too long, just a little too long, and I went, "Okay, there's the tell, there's the tell," and it's only a microsecond and only a micro gesture, but it's enough for inside of me to go, "Bring." That's not right. Uh, and you've got to pay attention to those things. So don't get upset. Don't get angry. As I say, always focus on your life, your world. Heal what needs to be healed, and grow things. Produce things. Get to know 10 good moral men. You become moral first, and as I said, that's how you become moral. You learn 10 commandments, seven deadly sins. You follow them, understand what they are, understand how they deliver you out of darkness in this world and deception and divisiveness, and your moral compass will just back to north. Okay. So when you're moral, then what you do is you befriend. You find it at that point. You should be able to then determine other moral people, people who are higher on frequency. Um, watch your language, watch your speech. It's like in Buddhism, it says right behavior, right speech. There's a reason for that. It's the same thing in that regard. But with us, it's as Christians, it's yeah, it's not to pollute the temple that is your body. Um, I fell off my bike. Basically, I was turning into Little, and I went too fast, and the bike went out from underneath me, and I went that way, put my hands out, and my helmet has a peak, and the peak hit the ground first, pushing my face forward into the ground, and this hit the ground, and my tooth flew off. So, and my tooth went through my lip. I was pumping blood, and three women came over to me and see if I was all right, and they were very good. And one went off up the little and got a packet of pocket tissues and came back, and I just mopped up the blood and all the rest of it. So, um, but I believe if I hadn't had that peak, if I hadn't had the helmet, I would have probably face planted, and all this would be just ripped, torn, or shattered. I don't know, but definitely there would be blood to be on the face, like. So I'm gonna see, can I get a cap? Any of you out there who watch my channel can tell me about getting a cap on a tooth. Um, is it expensive? Um, is it possible? Uh, is it solid? Can you tell me what the story is with it? So, so anyway, yeah, that's it really. That's all I have to say. Um, thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time, and talk to you again.